Just as a disclaimer, before we begin, I am not a medical professional nor a doctor, so everything that is being shared with you is based off extensive research and personal experience with elderberry. So please be sure to consult with your own doctor or medical professional before consuming elderberry. Okay, so elderberry is one of the most commonly used medicinal plants in the world, and traditionally, indigenous people actually used it to treat fever, and even Egyptians would use it, on the contrary, to help heal the skin and help with complexion. So it's still very commonly used in folk medicine throughout a lot of Europe and also other places around the world. Elderberry is typically taken as a supplement for flu and cold-like symptoms, which is probably what you're most familiar with if you've heard anything about elderberry or even different elderberry brands. At least personally, that was the number one thing that I thought of. So what is a Sambucus Nigra tree anyways? So it actually grows to be 30 feet tall, and it has small white or like cream colored elderberry flowers that grow on the tree, and the berries themselves are found in like small black or blue berry bundles on the entire Sambucus nigra tree. Now, the Sambucus berries in general are really tart to the taste and need to be cooked in order to actually eat. But the dried berries and the juice of the berry are used to treat a ridiculous amount of sicknesses: headaches, head sores, cold, influenza, dental pain, headaches, heart pain. All of these are typically what the elderberry can treat and have been used in now even modern day medicine via our ability to purchase elderberry at the store, which we'll get to later. So there's a wide, vast variety of the benefits of elderberry and how it's typically used. And also its rooted history from that Sambucus nigra tree, and the different ways you can consume elderberry also vary depending on the type of elderberry. But a very commonly one that we see often is the black elderberry found in the Sambucus nigra tree. So now that we've dove into what elderberry even is in general and the history of elderberry, let's dive into its very, very commonly seen health benefits. The first and most common health benefit is that it's very high in nutrients. So it is a very low calorie food packed with antioxidants. Some additional benefits include high in vitamin C, high in dietary fiber, and even a good source of phenolic acid that's in the elderberry. So the benefit of the specific elderberry's nutrients is going to depend on a variety of 3 different factors. The variety of the plant matters, the ripeness of the berries matter, and also the environmental climate that the berries are grown. All 3 are factors that will affect the nutrients of a specific type of elderberry berry. The second extremely popular benefit of elderberry is that it may treat cold and flu symptoms that we experience. The extracts of that black elderberry and also the flower infusions have been shown to basically decrease the severity of flu and flu-like symptoms that you might experience, and even cold-like symptoms. So that decrease in severity is really, really commonly seen amongst a lot of different studies that you can find online in regards to the black elderberry. So in 2004, actually, there's a study that they did that showed a group of people that had influenza. They treated them with about 15 milliliters of the black elderberry in liquid form, and they treated them with this 4 times a day, and they significantly saw improvement in this group of 60 people with influenza. They saw improvement in around 2 to 4 days, as opposed to those who did not take the black elderberry, took about 7 to 8 days to really see improvement. So they did see a decrease in severity and an increase in the speed of recovery from those that did take the black elderberry in the liquid form. And another study of about 312 air travelers, those who are traveling often in airplanes around the world, they took capsules of the same black elderberry about 3 times per day, and it was about 300 milligrams of the black elderberry. They took this and actually saw a decrease in severity in those who did get sick, as opposed to other air travelers who did not take the black elderberry form in any form, and they actually saw more extended sickness periods and more severity in their sickness. So it's another study that was found to really show some some increasing benefits of the black elderberry related to influenza and cold-like symptoms. This is by no means saying it fully treats and cures influenza or the cold. However, it has definitely been shown in various studies to help reduce the severity and help improve the symptoms as well. So please be sure to do your own research, but these sources will definitely be linked in the description box below. A third benefit we're going to look at is that it may be good for heart health. So this is definitely a new benefit that is not very as commonly known. So they did one study on mice actually that involved mice that had high cholesterol, and the mice that had a combination of black elderberry involved in their diet actually saw a lower cholesterol count than those other mice who did not have the black elderberry incorporated into their diet. So yes, this is a study done of an animal, but it is one of many studies they have done that actually shows improved heart health examples that could then benefit potentially people as well. So this is just an added, ongoingly studied benefit of the black elderberry for people specifically. So just as a recap, the benefits we have looked at are it is high in antioxidants, it may be good for your heart health, and it also can be used to treat cold and flu symptoms and actually decrease the severity of those symptoms. We're now going to dive really quick into some risk of consuming elderberry and something you should be aware of before you do. You want to be really careful that you're cleaning your elderberries if you are producing this at home really clearly, and actually looking up online some different process to go through to actually fully clean your elderberry, because there are some toxic traits to the stems and parts of the elderberry that you can get very sick from. So the bark and also unripe berries and or seeds that you find of an elderberry has a component known as lectins, and this can react very toxic to the body and actually cause severe stomach issues that you do not want to deal with. So this is an example of really making sure you're cleaning your elderberries and or purchasing from a very trusted and well-known distributor of elderberry. So as a final added component for you, you're going to learn about very quickly Sambucus. So this is a company that I am proud to work with, and there is a code Morgan10 that you can use to get a 10% off discount should you choose that this actually makes sense for you. But they are black elderberry. They're black elderberry. You can see right here. I'll zoom in. And this is the syrup form that you can receive to actually make really tasty drinks. You can of course take a tablespoon or teaspoon of this per day, but you want to be sure to read the bottle and get specific details on what's best for your age and what's best for your needs. But you can actually mix this in cocktails, which you can see a few videos I'll link below and maybe pop up right here based off of this partnership that I did with the brand. Fun cocktails, just regular non-alcoholic drinks. This is a really awesome vitamin C packed powder that you can put in your water. Try to make sure you can see it here. And these are delicious, by the way. These are just two examples of products they carry, but this brand's amazing. It's actually one of the most trusted black elderberry providers and companies that you will find on the market, and their stuff's honestly really delicious. So definitely check this out if you're interested in improving your wellness even just a little bit, even if you are entering into springtime season with allergies and then later on into the fall and winter, if you're watching this and you're struggling with cold and flu-like symptoms. Be sure to incorporate this into your diet. Again, you can use the code Morgan10 at checkout to get a little discount. But either way, I hope this has been extremely informative and beneficial for you and has kind of debunked the questions you've had about elderberry. It can definitely be a very trendy topic of discussion, but there are a lot of really awesome benefits as well as some things to consider with health risks. So again, do your own research and be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you loved it, and subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see you in the next one. Besos.